The SEC's appeal against Ripple could drag on for years, with potential consequences for the entire crypto industry. What does the timeline look like? And how long will it take for a final ruling? Attorney Fred Rispoli, a prominent lawyer in the XRP community, has provided a detailed projection of the timeline for the SEC's appeal against Ripple. This analysis comes shortly after the SEC filed a notice of appeal in the Southern District of New York, challenging the recent ruling that favored Ripple in parts of the case. The appeal will be heard in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, and according to Rispoli, the process could stretch into 2026, with significant implications for the crypto industry. Rispoli predicts that the SEC's first major move will be to file its appeal brief, which is likely due by December 2, 2024. However, there is a possibility that the SEC might request a 30-day extension, pushing the deadline into January 2025. In this opening brief, the SEC will outline the aspects of the ruling it seeks to overturn, arguing that Judge Analisa Torres' decision in favor of Ripple was flawed. On the other side, Ripple may also choose to cross-appeal. Ripple has previously indicated that it is considering this option, potentially contesting aspects of the court's earlier rulings that were not in its favor. If Ripple does move forward with a cross-appeal, Rispoli anticipates that the company's opening brief would be filed around the same time as the SEC's. Once the opening briefs are submitted, both sides will then have the opportunity to file opposition briefs. Rispoli predicts that these briefs would be due by February 2, 2025. However, just like the SEC, Ripple may request a 30-day extension, which would push the deadline to March 2025. Following this, both parties would file their reply briefs by the end of March 2025, setting the stage for the next phase of the process. After the written briefs are exchanged, the Court of Appeals will schedule oral arguments, where lawyers from both the SEC and Ripple will present their cases in person. Rispoli suggests that these arguments could take place between September and October 2025. These oral proceedings will be crucial, as both sides will have the chance to argue directly before the appellate judges, making their case for why the ruling should be upheld or overturned. Following the oral arguments, the court will deliberate and eventually issue its final ruling. Rispoli forecasts that the earliest possible decision could come by January 2026. However, he believes it is more likely that the ruling will be delivered sometime between March and April 2026. Attorney Jeremy Hogan, another lawyer closely following the case, shares a similar timeline, expecting the final ruling to be made between late 2025 and early 2026. The SEC's appeal could have far-reaching consequences, not just for Ripple, but for the entire cryptocurrency industry. A prolonged legal battle could create uncertainty in the market, impacting XRP's value and influencing regulatory policies in the U.S. crypto space. As this case drags on, market participants will be watching closely, hoping for a resolution that provides clearer guidelines for digital assets. So that's the update for now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.